Today we're going to be showing you how to install Boost Auto Parts tow mirrors on your 08 to 16 F250 or F350. This procedure will be the same if you're going from small mirrors to tow mirrors, or in this case we're going to be going from the older style tow mirrors to the newer style tow mirrors. To get all the parts shown in this video, check us out at boostautoparts.com. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove this panel here. You can just use a small pick, kind of pry out, and that will remove. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the window switch here. You can just use a trim tool, kind of pop up, and there's just a clip in the front as well as a clip in the back. And it's just going to show a couple connectors. Then I'll just go ahead and remove the connectors. So just go ahead and depress the tab and unplug those. And then you can just set this off to the side. And you can see over here on the driver's side you would also have this additional panel right here. You can use the same technique, just held on with some trim clips. You would pry that up just like this, and then go ahead and unplug these. Now underneath that trim panel there's going to be two 7mm bolts. You'll just go ahead and remove those. Now down at the bottom of the door panel there's just going to be two additional 7mm bolts, so we'll go ahead and remove those. Now we just need to go ahead and remove this piece up here. You may or may not have the tweeter here. You just kind of take a trim tool with your hands, you can pop it out. If you do have the tweeter, you just go ahead and unplug it. There's just a connector straight down here, and then you just set that off to the side. Now the door panel should just be able to lift up. You want to make sure you clear this door lock over here. You should just be able to lift it up and off, making sure that none of your connectors get caught. Now you're just going to go ahead and carefully peel back. You don't need to take this entire thing off. You just need to peel it back enough to get access to these two 11mm nuts. Then you're just going to go ahead and remove this top plug here, as well as the lower plug. You do not need to remove the middle plug. Now we need to unplug this connector for the mirror. It's located right behind here. If you do have the high tweeter, you may have a little trim piece right here. You can just go ahead and pop that out. And then you should just be able to carefully pull back this splash shield, which will expose this connector here. Now what you want to do with this connector is slide this red lock towards the back, and then there's a tab right here. You'll just go ahead and depress that, and then the connector will unplug. You just go ahead and push it in. Now your mirror may have this clip here. You'll just kind of pull it in towards the door to release that clip. You just want that connector to fall into the door so that we can remove the mirror. Now we're going to go ahead and remove those four 11mm nuts. We have a magnetic tool here. We're just going to use that to grab them. Make sure you're supporting the mirror on the other side when you're doing this. We'll just go ahead and remove the mirror. Go ahead and pull our wiring harness straight up and out. We'll set that off to the side. And now we're just going to take our mirror provided by Boost Auto Parts and mount it up. This shown here is going to be a chrome cap with a smoke switchback light. However, we have many different options including chrome, black, and paintable, as well as smoked and clear lights available on our website at boostautoparts.com. Now we're just going to go ahead and take the harness and feed it down into the door here. And we're just going to make sure all that harness is fed in. And then we'll just go ahead and mount up our new mirrors. Now we're just going to go ahead and reinstall the four 11mm nuts. Now in order to get access to the connector to bring it up through this opening, you're going to need to remove the speaker. There's just going to be four 7mm bolts holding that on. Let's go ahead and remove those. And then after doing that, the speaker will just kind of be held on by gravity. You can just go ahead and pull it out. And then there's just a connector down here. You'll just depress that tab and unplug it, and then set that off to the side. So now you just go ahead and locate your mirror connector. Go ahead and bring it up through here. You want to make sure that you're steering clear of the window area. Pull all the slack through. Now, depending on the specific build of your mirrors, the mirror connector may plug directly in, otherwise follow this. Now, the connector on the mirror itself is actually slightly different. So included in your kit with Boost Auto Parts should be this adapter. You go ahead and plug the two gray ends together, and then the black connector is actually going to plug into this gray connector. Now you can see there's this red latch here. You need to make sure that's slid into this back position, just like this. The connector will be pretty firm going together, and so then what you're going to do is just go ahead and slide it together. You want to feel this latch. You should see that kind of latch there, and then this red lock will slide forward. Now you can see there's going to be a little extra slack in there. You want to make sure all that slack's pulled through. Not too tight, but enough so that it's not in the way of the window. And you can just kind of fold that harness back over the door side harness, and you just take a zip tie or some tape or something, And just go ahead and tie that back, that way that harness doesn't fall back into the door. Now we'll just go ahead and reinstall our door speaker. Go ahead and plug it in and then just line it back up, and then we're going to reinstall the 4 7mm bolts. We'll go ahead and tuck this splash shield back up just like this. If you did have the tweeter wire, I'll go ahead and clip that clip back in right there. Now we're just going to go ahead and reinstall the door panel. There's just some latches down here at the bottom. Line those up, and then you just want to make sure that you clear the door lock lever here. And then it should just kind of latch down. If you have the tweeter, make sure that you pull that wiring harness up over into that area. And just go ahead and guide it down. And we're just going to go ahead and put this trim piece back in. We'll start by plugging back in the tweeter if equipped. And then that will just kind of snap right into place. We'll go ahead and replace these 2 plugs here. And we'll go ahead and plug back in our switches. Again, if you're on the driver's side, you'll have that additional one right up here. So I'll just go ahead and take that, and it should just snap in. And then we'll go ahead and replace the 4 7mm bolts. And we're just going to go ahead and put on this trim piece. You can see there's these 2 tabs right here. Those latch up, so you just go ahead and kind of latch those in and then snap it into place. And just like that, your installation is complete. To get all the parts shown in this video, as well as other parts and accessories for your truck or SUV, visit us on our website at boostautoparts.com.